Basically, my mindset was icons covering icons and iconic songs.
Howdy, Meowers. Welcome back to the BlushCat Podcast. My name is Annette, and I am joined by Devin. If you listened to our episode last week, you heard me there. I'm back again. We teased that we would probably do an episode on this soon, and here we are.
Yes, back again and about time too. Hello, everyone. And I want to kick it off with a little bit of small talk.
Oh, no.
But I have a prompt.
Okay.
Today, the prompt is, what song is stuck in your head today? I've got mine.
Okay, what is it?
Mine is Someday by &1.
Okay. I definitely had a different one stuck in my head earlier, but right now it's Lovely's Achoo.
Ah, okay. Classic.
Yeah, I don't remember what was stuck in my head earlier, but yeah, it is a classic, and it's probably gonna come up again this episode, just saying.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, so this episode, in case you didn't read the title or listen to our episode last week, which, you know, both are important things to do, so you should probably be doing both of those things, but we are talking about K-pop covers and collabs we want to see in 2025. So basically we're doing more K-pop wishes, which was our theme last week.
Yes, we just had like this sort of subcategory of the wishes could be expanded on a lot more for some of us, so we've expanded it into a whole episode. I want to say that I feel like my style of wishing, I'm thinking about this, is going to be different than yours, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Because I feel like for me, I didn't necessarily have a lot of these things already in mind of I wish someone would do this, or oh, I want to see this. I sort of came up with some things that I'd be like, okay, that would be cool. Oh, sure, I'd like to see something from those people. So it's more of stuff that I came up with rather than stuff that I had that was come on, I want to see this.
Okay. Yes, I have an ongoing document of covers and collabs that I want to see, and sometimes I even go so far as to talk about the styling that I wish it would have. And so I kind of have organized my notes for today into a general wishes section that I would say things that are similar to the way we talked last week, so kind of things regarding covers and collabs in K-pop that I wish would either stay the same or be different or happen or something like that. And then I have split it into specific covers and specific collabs. And so I also want to just say that this is just for fun, and it's once again not predictions of any kind. And this is in a perfect world scenario type of thing. It's it literally doesn't matter what we're saying. You could pick any people, any songs, and just pretend it's your dream cover or dream collab. What would it be? Just that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Okay, I like all that. So where are we going to start?
I would like to start with the more general wishes.
I feel like I only have one thing that's going to fit into this category.
Okay. All right. Well, how about I kick things off?
Okay.
So, you maybe heard us talk about this type of topic before, but this year it's fitting in this specific episode. So, the first wish that I have is I want to see covers of rarer songs or not the most popular title tracks, and covers of songs from not just the most popular or iconic or senior groups.
Not just Meowtro.
Not just Meowtro. I'm looking for, something a little bit more fresh.
Did 2024 give us any covers of Meowtro?
Honestly, I was thinking about that, and I don't recall any.
Me either.
Which is actually a pretty big deal.
Does that mean that our wish came true last year? I kind of feel like we wished for that.
We definitely, I definitely wished for no more Neurotic covers. And so if that's the case, then I guess it did come true.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, no, valid what you're saying overall. Definitely.
Thank you. So I would like to give some suggestions if, you know, you want to do like groups that everyone always does. I recommend like some fresher songs that people could cover. So EXO, that's a real popular choice, especially lately. I also feel like when groups cover these like big artists, it really truly is the same batch of songs, but I feel like maybe like the songs enter a different era. Like for a while it was EXO Growl. Now it seems to be EXO Love Me Right. And so it's like they kind of go with a different one every like 2 years. Maybe they start switching up what one they're doing. So I'm hoping for some EXO power covers.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe Obsession, because you could do something interesting with that. It's not as much of a bop as Power, but I'd still be here for it.
Okay.
If you're looking to cover Blackpink, I know that's an extremely popular choice, especially from boy groups. I'm looking to see As If It's Your Last or Lovesick Girls. One of those, you know, one of those style songs.
Honestly, I always forget about Lovesick Girls, but that's probably one of my favorites.
Okay, and how about some NCT Dream covers instead of just NCT 127? For some reason, it's never Dream. And so, you know, really any one of their songs, but I feel like if people were going to cover NCT Dream, they'd do like, you know, Hot Sauce or, you know, ISTJ, maybe like one of those style. Why not go Hello Future or Boom? You know, I'd take Boom or Go, something like that. Shiny is very popular, and you know what? It's very hard to cover Shiny, but at the same time, I do feel like since they've been around for so long, it is a little bit fresher when people decide to cover them. It's not like you know, everybody's not always picking the same Shiny song, but why can't people do Married to the Music? Why? Or One of One?
They're just not good enough, I guess. I don't know. Like, if you do a Shiny song, you're like, it's a serve.
Yeah.
And as long as you do it well, I guess.
Well, a Shiny song that would really be a serve to cover is Tell Me What to Do. Like, like, I could see a unit or collab stage doing this. That would be amazing. And also, you know, 17... We've seen Monse. We've seen Pretty You. We've seen these songs covered to the point of, you know, like, I do love Pretty You covers. It's always a good time. But, you know, Thanks, maybe. Or even go promoted B-side Snapshoot. Cover that.
Yeah, like, why? You're bringing up so many valid, like, yeah, why doesn't anyone ever cover that song? Like, it's totally a popular, like, known song and everything, and like relevant. Like, why? What?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So those are some options. And also I do have a Red Velvet collab that I'd really love to see, which I'll get to later, but songs like Peekaboo I think should be covered more as well. So those are just some basic suggestions. And then the last thing that's still part of this topic, sorry, this is like my biggest, like, you know, probably actual topic to discuss, so sorry I'm kind of taking up so much time explaining it, but I also just want to say some groups that I think should get their songs covered more often. And so Lovelies, you know, talking about that, SF9, WJSN, Golden Child, A-Pink, but not no. We've seen that enough. And Mr. Chu, we've seen that enough.
Yeah, like, why isn't there anyone out there covering
Yeah, like, that would be iconic.
Yeah.
And
hello.
Pentagon would be a good group to cover, but it would be also very hard to do because it's like so specific when Pentagon does it that it's hard to achieve the same essence to me. And also newer groups like, well, I mean, I guess they're not new at this point, but CIX and ITZY. People could cover them. Like, let's start expanding the years, like the debut year of groups that it's okay to cover.
Yeah.
So that is that.
Okay, well, I can't really argue with any of what you said. It's all like stuff that I didn't ever really, I mean, maybe I thought about it a little bit, but it's like once you brought it up, it's like, you know what?
Thank you. I'm very passionate about this topic.
I can tell. The main thing that I sort of had to say that could fit into this category, it's maybe a little random, but I just thought because it was the Christmas season recently, and you're hearing a lot of "Baby, It's Cold Outside" on the radio and whatnot, that I thought to myself, why aren't there more duets? And so like that's maybe less about the cover songs, more about the collab aspect, but it doesn't even have to be like between two different groups. It could be two people from the same group or anything. Like, I don't mean a duo. Like, I don't mean DKZ Icon, like it's two people that are having a comeback. I mean a duet, like like
okay.
"Baby, It's Cold Outside."
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like I just feel like it's not something we'd want all the time, but maybe it's just a fun little switch up to do every once in a while, to have a song by two people that is a duet pop up here and there.
Okay, I totally agree with that. Yeah, that would be fun. And, my next wish, that's a general wish, is like about subunits.
Oh, okay.
It's very similar. I don't actually remember. I think I might have some specific like duets that I'd want to see that I'll talk about later, but I don't remember for sure. But for now, I'll talk about my subunit point. And that's just basically, more subunits in general would be fun. However, I think it should like be for groups that have been active for a while, so that we're not missing out on group promo from like new groups, and it's not,
yeah, like it feels like if you have a group and they already get very few comebacks anyway, and then they come back with a duo subunit and it slays and it's really great. I'm looking at you once again, DKC. And it's really great. Or like Monsta X, they had to do that because everyone else was in the military. But it's like if it's taking away the option for there to be a comeback from the group, then it's sort of like, I loved this, but like I'm sad.
Yeah. So that I think it would be fun, and it's surprising when I think about it. I feel like it's actually not super common to have like just two people, or I guess like three would be interesting, but like because so many people have a solo debut, but subunits with like two people are a little bit more rare. But I know I wished for this last year. Jamin Jano subunit. That would be iconic.
It hasn't happened yet.
Honestly, me neither. But that would be iconic. And a fresher one that came to my mind, which I think would be really good as well, is Soyeon and Soojin from Weekly. I think that could be a fun idea for a unit, because Weekly did have like a duet song on these two members didn't, but on their Colorize album they had like two units, one with 4 members and then one with 2, so they've explored that just slightly. And so if they wanted to do a promoted unit, I think this would be a good choice.
Okay, that's fun. I guess if we're trying to get a little more into specifics about that, I could bring this to the table. Maybe it can expand out to be a little more general, but I'm looking at the group ZB1, okay? And I know this is not really something that would happen. They're not going to really do subunits, right? When you're in like a temporary. They did?
The heel. We all remember the heel in triple position.
Oh, they all had a, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I am here for a Gunuk Tae subunit, okay? but also like expanding it out more. I just sort of had them jotted down as a pair that I would enjoy seeing more stuff from. Like, because when I saw that thing that they did together where they were singing the ZB1 songs, but it was just the two of them.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. And so I was like, I would love to see just more of stuff from them. So it doesn't have to be a comeback, you know, like just content, anything from the two of them I would like. But, you know, as you were talking about subunits, I was like, okay, yeah, I think I would enjoy that one.
Okay, I'll second that. Nice. I think that would be really great to see. Okay, well, to move on to another general wish, I would like to just say that when idols cover non-K-pop songs on, like, you know, the group YouTube channel or something like that, I wish that there was a larger pool of songs that they'd choose to cover. And this is similar to my first point that I made, like my first general wish. And so, like, I kind of use that as a way to, like, discover new music sometimes. And you know what? I really do like the song Lemon that, like, you know, keeps getting covered. And everyone I've seen cover it, you know, they do a really nice job, but it has turned into a bit of a neurotic for me. It's like, they'll say, you know, new cover coming soon, and then it's Lemon, and I'm like, oh, okay, like, we're doing this again. But yeah, that's just a point that I felt was necessary to make.
Can I add on to that I mean, I barely ever see or hear any covers like that. Like, I feel like the most I've heard is when Jinho would do his Maga Jinho covers or whatever, and like he would do Imagine Dragons and Queen, and that was really cool. But I feel like a lot of the times what it seems like they're covering are ballads or slower songs. And so I think it would maybe be cool. I mean, I don't know what they'd pick from, because I don't blame them if they can't find any songs that they'd like. But I think it'd be cool if there was some more genres, you know, like maybe some more like indie rock, like alternative rock, like things like that. Like just maybe some, because I know they might not want to do pop, because that's kind of similar and they want to pick something different. But so like a genre like that's more like rock inclined might be fun.
I could see Nine doing that really well.
Oh, yeah, like Linkin Park or something, you know, things like that.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I will say that I think that they do a pretty good job of choosing like fresh songs to cover for concerts and stuff like that. Like, especially lately, I feel like the groups that I like, that I've, like, you know, seen what they do at concerts, and then they're picking like a non-K-pop song to cover, it's usually pretty good and pretty fresh.
Well, that's good. But what about every time that a group learns a new cover song or dance, they also post it onto YouTube?
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I really only have two more general wishes, and they kind of tie together.
Okay.
So I would, in general, like to see collabs and covers that are slayful, is how I've described it, and fun. And those two things obviously exist separately, but they can exist together in a sense. But by like slayful, I kind of just mean like iconic. And so this includes, but is not limited to, well executed boy groups covering girl groups, or girl groups covering boy groups, which I feel like it doesn't happen as much as it should, or like could. Second gen covers, we know I love that. Vocal heavy covers or collabs, and like non K-pop style dance, like dance collab that's, you know, not just a cover of a K-pop song.
Okay, right. Like what they do for the is it Kpop? What is it? When they, a lot of the times when they, is a solo studio chum sort of thing?
Oh, like the artist of the month.
Artist of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are often like a different dance style.
Yeah. So like more of those. And multiple groups or multiple members from different groups coming together, such as in the Boys Luna collab or the 98 line New Year cover of Tiger Inside. Those were iconic. I'd love to see more things like any of that. And as far as fun goes, I mean something with like NCT Dream candy vibes, The Boys Bloom Bloom, or like the covers we've seen of The Sea, like ZB1 had like the remake officially, and then the Inkigayo MCs performed it, stuff like that, or even like the band collab stage from the Mama, or like ZB1's instrument Gaio performance. Stuff like that is fun, and I'd like to see more things like that.
Yeah, honestly, like I knew that I wouldn't be able to think of very many things off the top of my head coming to this episode, but like then I knew that, or I hoped that once you started talking about stuff, things would come to mind. And like, oh, yeah, so honestly, more instrument covers would be cool, like from people that know how to play an instrument. Like if you want to just post a video of like doing a cover with your violin or with the keyboard or whatever, that's cool too. The cello, the guitar. Yeah,
like just post just literally post like a video. It doesn't even have to be like for a performance,
right? Yeah
like
when people do like a video that's like, you know, they're just sitting there to sing a song, they just play your instrument. That would be cool.
That would be really cool. I want to see that. Yeah.
Okay, that's, oh man, I wish that our wishes would come true.
Yeah. Okay, so as I said, those were my last general wishes. Let's move on to talk about specific covers we'd like to see.
Okay.
Do you have one you want to share?
Sure. Like I said, mine are all kind of like, I tried to think of something, but like it's not something that I knew I wanted to see. So it's a little bit like, this probably would pair well with this, like in terms of groups, and then maybe this song.
Okay.
So I'd like to see Rise cover Pentagon. And I'm talking like maybe like Do or Not. Like I'm thinking sort of the like fun, bright, rock and roll a little bit influence could fit maybe.
Okay, yeah. Honestly, like the combo music video in the parts when they're like inside kind of give me Do or Not vibes a little bit. Like the Do or Not music video. Sure, why not?
Okay.
You know, that could be fun. And the instruments would definitely come into play.
Yeah. Like I feel like I am like, if there was two people that are like trying to make outfits or something, and then one person is like a fashionista and they're just like grabbing things and throwing them together and knowing it looks good, that's not me. I'm the one that's over here being like, maybe this coordinates with this. I feel like this works. Like I don't know if the things that I picked are like a perfect match. I don't know. I feel like there's times when I will think of something and I'm like, oh, I want to see this group cover this, but overall I'm not sure.
Okay, well, since you talked about Rise, I'm going to talk about a Rise cover wish that I have. And it is sort of like I want to see both things. So I want to see NCT Dream covering Rise Love 119, because I talked about Love 119 recently and how it sounds so much like NCT Dream. So I'd like to like at least hear NCT Dream cover that vocally, and at the same like on the same side of things, I want to see Rise covering NCT Dream. And hey, I have the perfect song for you guys. We Go Up. Because Rise.
Okay.
So you're rising. Am I wrong? I'm not. This is perfect, and I would love to see it. Like, we've seen Rise do 127, which is like my first point that I made, but why can't they do NCT Dream? I feel like they fit the vibes of NCT Dream way more than NCT 127 or any other NCT unit. So why can't it happen? Can it please happen? Thank you.
Yeah, that's, you really got him there. I don't know how they can deny that now.
Yeah, so I'll be waiting for that. And while I'm on the topic of Rise, I'll just share like this isn't exactly a specific song, but I think it would be interesting if they covered an AB6 song like Close or Breathe, one of the house genre songs from AB6, because, you know, Rise Impossible was doing that, and so AB6 is very known for that style, and so why not, right?
Why not? Okay, I've got another one. Basically, my mindset was icons covering icons and iconic songs. Like, that's
Where can you go wrong with that, right?
exactly. Like, that's where my mind went. Just like, think of a group that you like, think of another group that you like, think of a song that you like, and mash it together. So my next one is can we say Ampersand 1 covering by DKZ?
Sure.
Because I feel like that would be fire.
Yeah, that would be great. Yes, icons covering icons, legends covering legends, legendary song, legendary groups. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Similarly, I'll say I think Ampersand 1 should cover Pentagon Naughty Boy.
Ooh, yeah, that would be good too.
Yeah. It would be good.
Why do I forget about Naughty Boy all the time?
Oh, I don't know. Naughty Boy's always at the top of my mind.
I feel like it's been such a long time since I've heard it. And I feel like that's criminal. Like, it shouldn't be. But I did hear it, like, constantly for, like, I don't know, probably like a year or two. Like, it lived for such a long life. But another one that I have, and maybe this group is not feeling like they're ready to do cover songs yet. I'm not sure, but I feel like they can do it. So why not have TIOT covering Nine Eye? I'm thinking Young Boy.
Okay.
But I mean, they could do another one too, but I'm thinking Young Boy. I'm feeling it.
I feel that. That would be fresh. That would be fun.
I think they would do a good job. Like, I have faith in them.
Yeah, let's do it. Man, I really wish that these wishes would come true, because there are so many things here. Like, we are giving these companies and these groups just the best ideas right now. Like, take our advice. Yeah,
take notes, companies. I hope you've got someone out there scouring for these wishes and jotting it down.
Yeah. Going back to Ampersand 1 for a minute.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about this sort of recently. This is a newer edition, and I just think Astra 1.
Is that a really old song?
Well, no. It's not really, but I think it kind of has Broken Heart vibes. And so that's why I'm like, the dance is kind of giving Broken Heart at one of the spots. So I feel like they could pull off a vibe like that.
I mean, I won't complain. If it's got Broken Heart vibes, I'm here for it.
Okay.
Well, I've got one more here. It's kind of two, but I would like to see. This seems like it's very possible, okay? Because it's within the company. Okay.
Okay.
I'd like to see IVE cover Gravity.
Okay.
Like, I'm thinking Love or Die.
Ooh.
I have confidence that they could do that. And then vice versa, I can see Gravity covering IVE.
Yeah.
And let's throw it in there because we're talking about it. I think that they could collab as well. Like, they could do something together.
Yeah. That, totally. There's, Starship artists really produce like they put out legendary stuff, legendary groups, legendary songs. True. And so why not have these groups, be legends at the same time?
Exactly.
So Love or Die, and I feel like with their new, like, IVE's new comeback that's happening soon, Love or Die, I think it like with the concept photos and stuff has some similar vibes, so I could totally see that, and wow, and yeah, that would be so good. That would be so good.
Yeah, like after seeing them do like Ascendio sort of vibes, I feel like it pulls them right into those recent Gravity type of vibes. And Gravity doing any sort of IVE song, I feel like they could pull it off, like no matter the genre of the ones that IVE has.
Okay, yeah, totally. Let me continue then and sort of tie in my last wish and your recent wish, and I'll say Gravity should cover Astro Baby.
Oh, okay. Yes, I can see that.
Yeah. So that's one of my wishes. That's, I think, the only Gravity one that I brought to the table today, but I definitely at some point in my lifetime have thought, wow, wouldn't it be fun if Gravity and IVE did stuff? But yeah, that's a good one, and I'll definitely keep thinking about that. Like, why doesn't Starship have, maybe they used to, I kind of feel like they used to, but why doesn't Starship have like a family concert?
Oh yeah, I know. Like the most I can think of is that they do like Pepsi stuff together sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like they should have a more like real instance of togetherness.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, so you said that was your last one, right?
In terms of covers, yeah.
Okay, so, well, I have so many here, and I'm not going to like just sit and go through all of them today. That just means we might do this episode topic again at some point. Just because I have so many ideas, and we need to manifest them. We need to like put it out so that they can like hear it and take the idea.
2025 is the year of manifestations.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm
manifesting that.
Okay, so for now, let's see. What one do I want to share?
The juiciest one.
Oh, the juiciest
No,
one?
just do the one you want.
Let's bring it back to DKZ.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know if you know this song, but you should, because it's really good, and DKZ would fit it so perfectly. Golden Child, Genie.
Oh, when I think of Genie, I think I'm Genie for you, boy. I'm Genie for your wish.
Yeah, not Girls' Generation. We're talking Golden Child.
I've definitely heard it.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't remember.
I feel like you've probably heard it. If you think about all of the different vocal tones happening and the overall energy, the rap tones from DKZ, I particularly feel could fit well for this song, and it has sort of Dreaming You essence to it, and I love that vibe from DKZ, so I think this is like something I totally think could be achievable.
Okay, I think in general, let's see DKZ doing more covers, because they seem like the type of group that's like, when is it a miss, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, good point. I do think that I mentioned this before. Well, actually, two things about DKZ I think I mentioned before, and so let me just throw it here right now. Itzy, Sorry Not Sorry, I think DKZ could cover. It's like a really random song to cover, but it has Lupin vibes.
Ooh.
And I said that Gisok should cover WJSN Happy because of the whole cheerleading thing. And
perfect.
Why not? He could do it just as like, like a short.
Yeah, like for
well.
fun. Yeah, just a little thing.
Yeah. Okay, so now I will bring to the table. I'm gonna bring some Just Be covers.
Oh, yes.
That I'd like to see. They're a little bit random, and they're not really the vibe that I talk about liking from Just Be, which is like the rock vibe. And their like new song that came out is so good, and it has those vibes that I love, and I think that they do really well. But for covers, Girls' Generation, Into the New World. This is a very popular song to cover, but I'd like to see Just Be's take on it, because MG, I think he could pull this off. They covered G-Friend Rough before, and this has similar vibes, and so like, why not? right? And another girl group one that they could do, which is another very popularly covered song, FX Rum Pum Pum Pum.
Ooh.
But I think that they could add something to, like, they could add their own, like, version of it and, like, put their own spin on it. And for some reason, MG really is standing out as, like, suiting these. I don't know.
Just Be seems like the type of group that what if they were to do cover things, they would be like adding flair to it. Personal flair.
Yeah. And it's good to do that, but, like, we don't want it to be, like, unrecognizable. Like, we don't want it to be like, okay, what are you doing? Like, what did you do to this song? But yeah, I do think they could do a good job making it their own.
Yeah.
Just for some more covers here, I'd like to say some of the boys' covers that I'd like to see. And this could actually be also like a subunit. Our main dancers, Juyeon Q. I'm asking once again, can we get some more main dance line content? I'd like to see an NCTU Baby Don't Stop cover, because why wouldn't I?
That would be good.
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be really iconic and just, like, really good? Like,
that would be really
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Wow, what a...
That's been sitting here for a long time, like, in my mind, and I just, nothing really has, like, happened that's like that. Like Baby Don't Stop. We haven't really gotten another moment like that in K-pop. And so I think it's time. It is time. 2025. So these other ones, pretty random, but I think Hyunjae could do a cover of Shiny Stand By Me. And I think that either New or Hyunjae could do a cover of Taeyeon You Are.
Okay.
Just, like, why not?
Some vocal serves.
Yeah. I guess I'll only share like a couple more of these. Just, I feel like I'm really going on here and I could keep going on, but I won't. But I'll say on a similar note that A-Pink Chobom Copycat could either be covered or have some, like, more, like, I keep talking about the subunits. Like, we could do more of this sort of thing. Like, any unit could cover this that has, like, they have to have the similar energy or, like, copycat vibes. They have to they have to be that to each other, or else it wouldn't work and it'd be irrelevant. But more moments like this would be cool.
I feel that, yeah.
Okay. And then the last thing I'll bring to the table today is a new one that I thought of, but I thought, why not? Let's just say it. And I know maybe it's, like, random or something, but to us, T by T Blue Hour,
okay,
they have similar vibes, and so if they're looking for groups to cover, this would be fun. And I feel like people don't cover T by T like that often, or if they do, they'd pick one of their, like, darker songs. Like Ampersand 1 just did a T by T cover recently, but they went for a darker one. And so why not Blue Hour? Except we don't need to do the dance break.
That's, I feel like, what the focus would be if somebody picked it, though.
Yeah, I just want the other energy. Yeah. So, okay, I'll stop now. I'll stop.
I feel like you had a lot of really good, like, connections.
Thank you. There's one. I'm not gonna share it today because I don't think that they should cover it yet. Maybe, like, this year. But if we do this episode, like, again in the year, I can still wish for it this year. And I mean, they might not have. Hopefully they would have, plenty of time, all the time in the world to cover it. But, they might be running out of time to cover it.
God.
But there is a song that I've really, really, really wanted to at least hear, like, a cover of. Like, the performance doesn't necessarily have to be included. But I'm not going to share that yet because I don't know if the group should cover it yet. But I thought of finally a really good group to cover it. So yeah, sorry to like tease everybody, but I don't to you personally, I don't think it would be relevant of a cover, but yeah, anyway.
Meowers, stay tuned.
Yeah. And you can subscribe so that you don't miss out. Subscribe to BlushCat, everyone. Subscribe. Okay, let's go on and go to our final topic and talk about some specific collabs. And this can be in any form: a vocal collab, a dance collab, a like variety or entertainment program collab, anything. What have you got?
Okay. The first one that came to mind when I was given this prompt, I don't literally, like, for all of these, I don't know what it would be. Okay. I just have two people and I have sort of like a vibe.
Okay.
But so the first two people that came to mind, Nah Camden and Mingy from ATEEZ.
Okay.
I just want their deep vocal tones.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see a collab, but also their energy.
Yeah.
I want to see a collab that combines those two things in some capacity. So, you know, I don't know if it would be like a full-on like performance collab, or if it would be something like, I don't know how you would get the vocal tone aspect but also the personality aspect at the same time. But I just feel like for both of those reasons, it seems like it would be such a fun thing to see them together, interacting together. So that was the first thing I thought of.
Okay, that's a really good one that I didn't think of. But yeah, like the vocal tones, and after that ATEEZ thing that we saw, like our introduction to the ATEEZ personalities, totally. So I'm gonna say something similar, which you know all about. I'm really pushing for this. Camden and Wanbin doing literally anything together.
Oh, right.
Like just get them to do something, anything, because I think that they're similar, and I'd like to see it.
And I feel like it's kind of those It's Dangerous to Be on the Blanket vibes when it's like two people that kind of have that sort of personality. Like, it just would be fun to see them doing something together.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I guess maybe kind of similarly, maybe you can tell the types of personalities that I gravitate towards or that I like to see things from. I'm thinking, and this is, once again, it's even more like, I don't know, up in the air, like what's even going on. But I'm just really feeling like, and I know it's probably not possible to happen in 2025, but Shonu and Kang Daniel.
Yeah.
They both have the dance connection.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like their variety show presence is also really such a way that would be good. But on top of that, hear me out. If not Kang Daniel with Shonu, for some reason, and I can't really, I'll try to describe it as best I can. I'm thinking Shonu and Kyrell.
You know, when you were saying, I thought that's where you were going. Like, when you were going to say Kang Daniel, I thought it was going to be Kyrell.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like I could see, like with that instance, I'm seeing like Kyrell sort of educating Shonu on like a younger vibe. You know, like a younger, like, oh yeah, like we're gonna like film these TikToks or something. Like, I don't know, but like I can see the like,
what do the young kids do? TikTok.
I can see the like duality in that sense of like, I feel like Kyrell would just be such a pleasant figure to be like paired with someone like Shonu. Like, I feel like it would just be good vibes.
Okay.
Even though I don't think that they're similar, for some reason I just feel like that would be like, oh, like this is a good fun time. Like, it just would be nice, I guess. I don't know how to describe it.
Okay, I won't disagree. I think it would be nice. But yeah.
Like, it seems random, right?
Yeah, it's pretty random.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I was just thinking Shonu has been doing things with a lot of other people like throughout the last year. And so I was like, who would I like to see Shonu with? And Kyrell was actually the first person that came to mind. And I was like, I guess maybe I think Kyrell would work well with most people. So maybe that's
Yeah.
why.
Okay. All right. Well, this one I wasn't really like super sure the direction that I wanted them to go in together. And I might have mentioned these two people before, and they're in the same company, so it shouldn't be that difficult. And they were already on the Starship Day thing together. So Sala and Liz.
Oh, what? How is that not a thing? Like, that
Yeah.
definitely seems like, yeah.
Yeah, like they have very similar personalities, I think, and they could do like a vocal cover or something if they wanted to as well. So just anything really.
Yeah, like, I don't even know them that well, but is it presumptuous to say I feel like they would be friends?
I feel like they would be.
Like, I feel like they could, like, do, like, a shopping thing together or, like, cooking. Like, I feel like there's a lot of, like, I just feel like they would vibe.
I feel like they are both people that could be on It's Dangerous Beyond the Blankets.
Ooh. Okay. We're always here for more people to rope into that agenda.
Yeah.
How about, hear me out on this one. I have to explain it again. Leah and Eric from The Boys, in sort of a, this is very specific, but also not specific at all. I don't mean for them to do something like where they're like buddies, like, oh, we're together hanging out sort of vibe of collab. And I don't mean, like, this is not a musical or anything sort of, I don't mean a musical.
Right.
This is content level of collab, but I'm actually thinking it's just sort of like hosting or like moderating, like, like, and I don't mean this. I couldn't put my finger on what it would be. But like if you watch a music show and there's like two people and they are the hosts.
Yeah, like MCs.
Yeah, MCs. Or like the after school club show. It's like has, two people. Like I'm getting that vibe, but like not for those types of shows. Like I feel like it would be something for the fans. For some reason I'm feeling like they would be hosting like a live stream that's like has a lot of like talking to the people. And I just think it would be very cozy vibes. Like, I think they're both very good at making it be like, wow, this is so nice. Like, they're not MCs that would feel very like MC vibes. It would be very like, this is a cozy, nice thing for like the fans to be watching.
Okay. I'm glad that that's the direction that you've suggested, because I couldn't see it at all at first. I was like, I do feel like in mindset they're similar probably, but in like, what we see of their personality, I feel like it's like introvert extrovert type of thing.
Yeah, like I didn't really see them like interacting with each other. Really.
Yeah, but this I can, yeah,
like they're
I'm
on the
getting
same
the
program
vibe a bit more. Okay, sure.
Yeah, I wish I had like a better way to describe it. The closest thing that I could keep coming up with, it's so random, but when BTS did that thing on V Live with Sally the robot, the like award show sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they were all like sitting and talking like, to the audience of the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
And they were kind of like all emceeing in a way. It's kind of like that vibe of like what the show would be, but I don't know what the content would be.
Okay.
And I just think it would be like, these are two great people to host this because the vibes are really nice. The vibes aren't like cold and impersonal.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, why not?
Why not?
Well, I'm going to move away from that. And I'm going to share something that is really important to me ever since I saw the SM Game Caterers episode.
Okay.
And so, like, this is really, like, we need this. I need Key and Wanbin to collab. I need the Jano villain treatment all over again. This time it's Wanbin. And so I have the whole timeline laid out. You know, they were on the Game Caterers episode. Key was really, like, you know, watching over Wanbin in that and being
Someone
like...
had to.
Yeah, he was being a very admirable sunbae. And so, like, that I sort of picked up on that. And I'm like, you know what? Wait a minute. This is, you know, iconicness happening, like 2 icons right here. And then, okay, so like Key is going to promote at the same time as Rise, and then he's gonna be like, oh, okay, like, hey Rise, let me, like, you know, like, take care of you guys while we're promoting. And then, like, you know, Key and Wanbin are gonna do like a little like real TikTok short, like, dance challenge, cover each other's songs. And then later, when Key is having another full album, he's like, hey Wanbin, like, do you want to feature on my song? And we can, like, promote it for a couple of performances on music shows. And then there, Villain 2.0. I'm not saying it has to have the same, like, style as Villain, but, like, this is a moment that we need to happen.
I think that's funny that, like, you know, I get everything you're saying and it makes total sense. But when you first brought it up, and because I had heard this one before, but when you first brought it up, I forgot that it was, like, music and performance based, and you said Key Wanbin, and I was like, yeah, now that I cannot see in terms of like interacting wise. But I guess, you know, you were saying that he was looking after Wanbin, so maybe that type would be good too. I don't know, but yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you. I have another really iconic one.
Okay, go for it.
Now, I'm not entirely positive on the lineup here. Like, it's not set in stone, the members that I want to see doing this. And perhaps they could do it as, like, you know, their own group could do it. But for now, I'm going to heavily suggest, a Red Velvet Really Bad Boy collab cover stage with Ive and Billy at least. Ooh. And we could also throw in Aespa. So I'd really like to see On Yujin and Moon Sua, and also Esau and Haram. So we've got the IVE members there, and I thought, we need one more person to, like, if they wanted to do it, a perfectly matching cover. So why not Ning Ning from Aespa?
I can see that, and I feel like you've got, like, the basis covered, you know, all the parts are there. I can see that.
Thank you.
And like, I feel like the people would love it.
Yeah, I think that too. I think, like, I've really like got something good going here.
It's slayful.
And you know, if they want to do it as their own group, I can also hear all of Ive and all of Billy fitting the vocal tones really well. But like, these members, I think, are kind of matching a Red Velvet member in terms of energy and or sound. So I think this is a really flawless combination, and a song that would be a fresh one to cover, and it would be so impactful.
Okay. I'm sorry that mine sort of have gone downhill over time. Really, the only one that came to mind naturally was the Knockham's and Mingy one, and so that's why that one was the best. But all I really have left here is sort of a catch-all category, because I wasn't very good at thinking of these. Well, let's not forget about Ganuk Tae-rae, collab within their own group. But as my catch-all, bear with me here, I have that I would love to see any level or amount of collabing between any of these groups listed. Okay. DKZ, Blitzers, &1, Rise, Gravity, and hey, Monsta X. Throw them in there.
Okay.
Sure. Mix and match. Anybody, anytime, anywhere.
I will totally agree with that and say I'm still pushing for &1 DKZ to collab.
Yeah, and it would be so good.
Like
content wise, performance wise, song, anything.
Yeah, we need this. The members need it. The people need it. Give it to us. It would be so good. And so also, like, I feel like Ampersand 1 DKZ is the big relevant one. Like, right now, like, it would be, like, possible because they're promoting, like, or, like, you know, they're active groups. But Ampersand 1 Pentagon would be iconic, and DKZ Pentagon would be iconic.
Yes, they would be. I tried to hold back this year from having me trying to make everyone collab with Pentagon because I asked for it last year, I think, and it didn't, you know. But so, yes, Pentagon, I would happily include in my list. Like, they can go with any of those groups as well.
So I'll just finish up mine then, and I will suggest another collab that I am pretty sure that I've mentioned before, and this is Tae Eunji. They can do a vocal collab of any sort from Eunji from A-Pink. Because I think that they are similar, and I think that their vocals would work really well together, and I would really, really love to hear this. This is one of my, like, top ones that I'd be like, this would be so good if it happened, but it would be really random. I do understand that. It would be very random.
I feel like it would be iconic, though.
Yeah.
I have one. It's so quick.
Okay.
Zhang Hao, Anton, string instrument collab.
Yes. Was Anton, they sort of almost in a way did, right? Because I never remember if that performance that happened at, like, the award show when, you know, Zhang Hao did the violin. I can't remember if the Anton cello moment was part of the same.
I don't think it
was. It a different one?
I think it was different.
Okay. Well, yeah, I agree.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Okay. I will say another vocal collab that's, like, I don't have exact arrangements, but I think that some vocalists that should work together somehow are Hui and Wendy.
Oh, okay.
Sohee and Wendy.
Oh, okay.
Hui and Minnie from Idol.
Oh,
and
that has flavor.
Yeah. And Renjun and Minnie, or, like, Renjun and someone, because, like, Hui and Renjun and Minnie have very strong vocal colors. Like, their sound and tone is very distinct to me. But, like, Sohee and Wendy are very, like, a classically strong vocalist. Like, all these people are obviously, like, very strong vocalists to me, but their sound isn't as, like, specific, I guess. So I'm not sure how we would balance the sound here with all these people if, like, they did a collab at once. So they would have to figure it out somehow. But I'd love to hear any of these vocalists together, because I think that they all just have really good vocals.
Okay. You know, you're bringing up Hui, and I thought in my mind at one point, I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe it would be good. It's kind of crazy. It's really random. Like, I don't even know this wouldn't happen. But I'm feeling like Hui, like, I'd like to see Hui with, like, Gunuk or somebody maybe. Like, but that's so crazy. Like, okay, wait.
Oh, no.
I forgot.
We slowly look back. The flashback bubble slowly appears.
That's exactly what happened. And I was like, never mind. That's not random at all.
Yeah. We could do it again, though.
I mean, yeah,
like,
I know. I'm not opposed.
Yes. Okay. Let me also share my lovelies Achu wish. Basically, it's just a wish for people to cover that. But, you know, I was, like, workshopping a lineup, so, like, you can, you know, see how it sounds. I've got Kepler Chaehyun. This is kind of random, but Artemis Hassel, Weekly Jihan, and I wasn't sure, like, who else. Obviously, if they wanted to do a perfect match of members, they would need, like, even more people, but I've Liz could also be added in. I'm not sure. I feel like we're working with some, like, styles. Like, I don't know if these people would, like, want to do this genre.
Force them.
And that's always like a tricky part with these like random wishes that I have. It's like, well, I don't know if like the people might be like, oh, I would not want to cover that, but like I want to see it. I think
the CEO of the company.
I want to see somebody do Lovely Zachu, okay? And so we need some people to do it.
Somebody's got to step up.
Yeah. So I don't know. You guys can, our Meowers can leave a comment and give the perfect lineup for who should cover that.
And they name all Lovely's members.
Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Lovely's come back to us for real. They just gave the, like the special gift song for their anniversary, but we want more. And okay, I'll bring. I'll just say my other ones.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm just going on for so much, but I said I had a lot.
And they're all good.
Thank you. Okay, so ZB1 and Even members, and they can do it together or just as their own group, covering
Spicy.
FX Red Light, but at the same time, not at like the same time, but like, like on like, a boy group could cover that, or we could have a girl group covering it. So like either Ive or Espa. Or like, Ive Espa collab. We got the Eugene Karina collab. They were working well together. We could collab again.
Go further.
So yeah, like also FX Red Light. Because FX, and I know I wished for it myself for the Rum Pum 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 cover. But that one is like the most popular FX song to cover. But like they have other songs.
They have
and I know people have covered Red Light, but still, like let's expand the horizons a little bit. More people can cover that.
Okay.
And lastly, I'll just say this is sort of general, but like I want to see another dance collab like the 2016 SBS Gaio with members from both boy and girl groups coming together.
Yeah, that was fun. And I feel like that's not too hard in the way that they did it, where it was like they're not even interacting with each other. So like you can just practice on your own time. Like it's not like they have to find time in their schedules to match up.
Yeah. And I'm personally talking about the, more contemporary ballet one because they had the two styles.
Oh, right.
But I'd love to see the dancers that can dance like that coming together, like the dancers of the new era. And
the dancers of the new era.
So yeah, that's what I've got.
Yeah. I mean, with all of these wishes and them all being like top tier, surely some of these have to come true, right?
You would think that's how it works.
I feel like sometimes it's easier for the things that we wish to not happen to come true than the things we wish to happen to come true. But I guess I'll take what I can get.
Yeah. Well, that is all that we are offering today. And so it's time for the generic protocol. And so I'm going to ask you kindly, if you enjoyed hearing our wish list, for you to please like the video on YouTube or wherever you're listening, because the BlushCat Podcast is, believe it or not, it's actually available wherever you listen to podcasts. Probably.
Unless
it might
you listen
not
from
be
some like
really rare, obscure platform. Unless you're listening on that, which please can you not? It's available wherever you listen to podcasts. So like the video, please and thank you. And as we asked you earlier, you can also please subscribe to the BlushCat channel on YouTube and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any of our exciting content. And if we ever decide to share more of the K-pop covers and collabs that we want to see, you will already be here for that. And remember to leave us a kind comment and tell us what you thought of our wishes. Are you going to comment like, this is so true, this is so iconic, I agree? Are you going to leave your own suggestions of collabs and covers that you want to see? I don't know, but I guess, we'll have to see what kind of comment you're going to leave, because surely you'll leave us a nice comment, right?
Kind, nice comment.
Yeah. So that's all that we've got today. I do hope that this episode had slightly less background noise and slightly better audio than our past episodes, like our like a whole lot of recent episodes. Ever since we said, there might be a lot of background noise, hopefully you maybe noticed that there was less.
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah.
I feel like there probably must have been a difference. Unless we've just been that good at there was background noise.
There was. But yeah, hopefully it was a fine experience for you, and hopefully you'll come back again, and hopefully you'll stay meowing.
Yes, and thank you everyone for bearing with us through all of the time of the bad background noise and for listening to today's episode.
Yes, and thank you for staying and listening to the whole thing, even though I had a lot of wishes that maybe are very irrelevant.
Stop. They were fantastic. If
Thanks.
you didn't have all those great wishes, this would have been pathetic. Because mine, not good.
No,
I had
a lot of yours were pretty, like
25% of mine were good. The rest were filler.
What can I say? I mean, I think my wishes are great. Like,
that
wouldn't be
makes
wishing
sense.
for them if I didn't think that. But I don't know how the listeners feel. But if you listened, you were listening for one reason or another. So anyway, we got to end the episode now. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Oh, bye.
This has been Annette.
And me. Bye.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.